Hello. Welcome to the live stream. We are live on LinkedIn. We are live on YouTube. We are also live on X. Okay, so if you don't follow me on X, the link is going to be somewhere in the description. Just follow me on X. We are going to take over. There's obviously a lot of things going on in YouTube. There's a lot of things going on in the marketplace. The goal for this live stream and the future live stream is to help you think critically and help you uncover the AI landscape. Okay, so you are ready for the future. And so we are decoding the world of AI in the live stream. And if you're joining in, if you're watching it later or now, we are live. So feel free to ask any questions. And then also, if you're watching this at a later time, I encourage you to also put in the comments what you like to learn, what you currently struggling with, and why do you want to learn AI agents, okay? Now, the first thing is, let's start with this quote. We always start with the Alex Hormozi quote. Now, Alex Hormozi, if you don't know, he's a really famous entrepreneur, and he likes to talk a lot about practicality. He has a good business mindset, and he breaks down a lot of concepts into little nuggets that you can apply to your entrepreneurship journey. Okay, so the longer you delay the ask, the bigger the ask you can make. Okay, this is an important quote, and I want to hammer this home to you guys because a lot of you guys are maybe starting with AI. Maybe you have all the tools you need in your toolbox to create your agent. Okay, and I'm going to introduce you a couple of business models that you can apply today and some of the tools that are currently available so you can go ahead and start creating your agent. Okay, whether you want to create it on a consumer side or whether you want to create it for the business side, it's going to be very important that you get started right away without delaying the task, because as you're watching, as you're thinking, because a lot of people are just thinking, you're going to fall behind. Okay, there's a lot of news that are out there. There's a lot of news maybe on the no code side. There's somebody trying to sell you a framework, somebody trying to sell you a tool, and it's funny, man. It's literally a clown world, and I just say that, hey, there you have the kung fu AI guys. Every time there's an AI tool coming out, they're like AI, ha he ha ha ha, like a kung fu panda. I'm like, yo, why don't you just focus on one tool that's already working, that's already in like production level, okay? And they have everything you need to create your assistant, to create your agent. Learn some machine learning, learn some Python. Okay, it's not really hard. You've already come this far. Just build your agent and unleash the full potential of your AI agent. Okay, so in this live stream, we're going to cover a lot of topics. But first and foremost, let's go introduce you to my Skool community. Okay, I'm going to drop some value here. So if you're watching this right now, you're going to learn a few forbidden secrets. I should not be telling you all this sauce. Okay, this sauce, just keep it between us. Okay, because this is happening in YouTube, but I also teach you how to think, so you can actually go out there and start thinking critically. All right. For example, this is something I posted in my Skool community. There's a lot of stuff happening here. So you will notice people saying, hey, I built this app without any code, without coding. You see this guy saying, I created this without coding. Hey, David, welcome to the live stream. We have a podcast later at 12 too. So we're doing a lot of things, but it's great. We're building systems, we're building automations. I think this is going to be a great learning for all of us to really save time, because it's really the journey of saving time, learning tools, and unleash the full potential of your AI agent. Yeah, David. Yeah, I'll see you there. I got some snacks too. Well, I already had some lunch, but I got yogurt and some popcorn. But anyway, so I'm gonna give you some sauce, David. So David is actually in our AI Agent Accelerator program, and he's He's definitely way ahead than a lot of people. He actually inspired me to think about machine learning 2.0, which I'm going to talk about a couple of stuff. David, I think you'll be excited to learn about this. Hey, David, by the way, if you can hear me, can you put a 1 in the comment? I'm going to get some water. All right, cool. There might be a little bit of lag, but if you guys coming in, if you're joining in, put in the comment where you're joining in from and why you want to learn agents. Good morning, MTS. Can I call you that? MT? Yeah. Well, you can call me MTZ. That's also or Tez. Tez is short. Yeah. Anything is fine. All right. So it's easy, right? So David, so check this out. Without coding, okay. And this is actually true. If you watch these YouTube videos, you'll see what I'm talking about. These guys building a complete applications. All right. Well, I'm not going to play this right now, but I mean, you can watch it in your own time and see that they're actually building these stuff without any coding. And this might piss off a lot of developers here. They're like, yo, okay, they're building something, but yo, there is still some stuff, you can't really go out there and turn it into a production level like application, right? But this is a great place to start because what this means is you can quickly prototype agents or apps just with using Claude. So if you guys are not using Claude, this is like a secret sauce. And a lot of people actually, David, this is very funny. I'm going to show you why this is so funny. Yo, Tarek, welcome, my friend. Welcome, my friend. Let's put this comment up. MTS. Yeah, man. MTS, however you spell it, it's all good. But hey, man, we're building the future here, and we got David from LA. LA is in the house. Okay, so what we're going to do today is give you some sauce. All right. So first and foremost, we have Claude 3.5 that can write complete code. But let me show you something. Like this is so funny because you actually see how things happen here and why people are kind of lost in the coding side and even in the non-coding side, because either they're kind of like no code, no code, no code. I call them the no code zombies. And then there's people who are like framework. They're like the framework zombies. They're like both kind of like lost in this weird matrix state, right? But for example, I'll give you an example here. I literally made this video called Crew AI is Obsolete, Multi-Agent AI for Beginners. This is where I actually literally build out a custom framework using Claude. Literally, I'm writing the code using Claude. I don't even write it. Claude is writing it. Everything has already been written. You just need to create your agent and unleash the full potential of your AI agent. Okay, check this out. So I say this, right? And this guy says, bro, do you have any idea about agency swarm framework? I say, yes. This guy says, which one do you prefer? Agencies, agent swarm, crew AI, autogen. I said, did you watch my video? Or and this guy said, or read the title, right? Because at the end of the day, you got to start from step one. Pick one or two tools that already has everything you need. Create your agent. Hey, Tariq, welcome to the pod. Can you put in the comments? So Tariq actually, I've been working with Tariq too, and he's learning Python, and he actually built some assistants. Okay, not exactly agents, but assistants. So Tariq, can you tell us what kind of assistant you created with OpenAI? Put it in the comment. Okay, so while we're waiting for Tariq to respond, so we're going to show you like, hey, look, if you actually know like how developers think and some of the tools that are already available, already working, because there's developers working on these projects, so you don't have to worry about all that. Just build on top of it. Don't look at the niche frameworks or the niche GitHub repositories. Like for example, OpenAI, big company, they already got everything you need. So I could say, hey, create a custom framework with OpenAI. And this is also interesting. You don't even need to use multi-agent framework. You can just say, I want this to be similar to a multi-agent framework but you can just use function calls for each task. I want to make this easy and simple to solve the problem. All right, very easy. We're talking to Claude. Claude is our developer. A lot of people actually have this mentality. I want to make it more complex. I want to do all this mumbo jumbo when the problem is really simple, right? So let's just say we're creating a data analyst, right? Data analyst. Maybe there's an agent that cleans the data, and there's one that does aggregation, and the one does visualization. This is the entire data science pipeline, right? So you could say these agents. I think my camera probably. Okay, never mind. But you can say these agents will do data analysis. One would be cleaning the data. One would be aggregating. I'm not even spelling this right, but it's just, it doesn't matter at this point. You guys need to save your time. Don't worry about perfectionism. I think that's probably like the biggest thing that's holding you back. One aggregating and another visualizing with Python libraries like matplotlib. Okay, and that's why I tell you to learn a little bit of Python, because you actually can understand what tools to use, what libraries to use. Okay, you're not actually writing the code, and maybe you need to do a couple of iterations, but just with this. Oh, I can also specify, give me the full code. Keep one file for a config.py where I can put in my API keys and any other customizations you think would be important. The other file is main.py with all the code. Okay, boom. And you basically talk to the assistant. I mean, talk to Claude, right? And look, Claude is writing the entire code. So it has a config.py file and a main.py file. So if you're going to build prototypes, build it fast. Check this out. It's already built out the framework for us, right? The entire code. So all you need to do is copy this code, put it to somewhere like Replit. Okay, look, copy this. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna skip the Claude thing. It's currently out of service, but that's all I'm saying. Just copy paste, and you can actually visualize the entire framework in Claude. If you don't like it, change it. This, and this is what I'm saying. You got to be agile in this marketplace. Agility is going to give you that advantage and that's why a lot of these no-code guys, they're looking like Scooby-Doo villains. Okay, so let me go back to my slide. Okay, so well, actually, I actually made a post. Well, we're going to talk about the difference between chatbots and agents, right? And why ML is different in both cases. And that's why, like, a lot of people, like, it goes in their ear, but it doesn't stay in their mind, right? It just goes out the other ear. And they see a chatbot and they're like, oh, agents. And then I ask, who told you that? I don't know, this guy. What guy? I don't know, this guy. What guy? And I say, okay, framework. Why do you think you need a framework? I don't know, that guy, this guy. I'm like, what is going on here? Like, even the clients coming to me and they say, hey, can you help me fix this multi-agent framework? I'm like, all right, let me see what you got. And he pulls out this make automation, this complex automation with different API calls to OpenAI Assistant, and then connecting all these stuff together. No custom functions, none of that crap, right? I mean, none of that stuff. Oops, excuse my French, but check this out. If it doesn't have high flexibility, if it doesn't do data-driven decisions, if it doesn't do workflow automation, if it's not agile, if it's not adaptable, agent is a very loaded term, but I want you to get the definitions right. Yes, David, exactly. I know because this is what's happening in the mainstream. If you just follow the mainstream people and just get lost in the message, or not the message itself, because I don't really blame these people, like who are actually the YouTubers. They're actually doing a good job. Like this guy, he's like, his goal is trying to get people to learn coding. Okay. This guy, he's doing a great job. I actually love this, but we want to hear the entire story. Okay. How much coding do we need? How much Python do we need? Right. I even put in, I put in a lot of slides here, right? But this is what I can, this is the conclusion I'm coming up with, right? You have these guys in the middle. Now, if you want to join my community, I've done a lot of data analysis to understand who these people are. And you can be one of them, right? But you actually know what you need to do to actually upskill yourself, right? So if you're already doing rapid agent prototyping, you learn some automation, you learn some business analysis, you know how to market, you know how to sell, you have all these business skills, pick a little bit of Python skills as well. You already done so much. Pause. Let that sauce marinate. Now, check this out. And there's business people. Like business people don't have the technical lingo. They like, hey man, I just want a solution, blah blah blah. Okay, so you need to communicate the right message, and that's why you can't fall for the chatbot crap, because these people are going to be selling chatbots and saying agents, and then ChatGPT to do everything that you're doing here. But I'll say something like describe with advanced prompt. Oh, this is great. This is good sauce. See, I also learned from my subscribers here. Describe with advanced prompt the agent that can do such and such. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is great. So there's one capability of agent is custom functions. A lot of people just don't get it. Custom functions. Agents have to run the custom functions, and that's why these guys, now I don't have any beef with this guy or even the Leah Motley guy, right? They're doing a great job getting people on board with automation. Now this might be, a little bit controversial, a little bit edgy. A lot of people might like, oh my God, how dare you talk about? I understand. These guys are great people. I mean, I actually learned a lot from them, but they're doing the same thing, right? The Scooby-Doo villains. I say, hey, don't learn coding, because if you learn coding, then I can't sell you this SaaS thing. You know what I mean? It's just playing Monopoly on the backs of these developers. These poor developers, they're like, man, I just want to connect and partner with someone. I want to learn too. I want to, provide some solutions. But hey, man, there's a lot of stuff going on. But I don't blame the messengers. And I'm also a messenger. I'm just giving you that sauce. So don't shoot the messenger. So make it do the work of giving itself a role or a persona or a network of roles and personas. Yeah, exactly. Now, agents have to be specialized. Agents need to have some kind of personality. Now, Crew AI gave us a lot of insights in terms of, how to make these agents more capable. Okay, they created the framework, they created agents, but again, it's a very complex framework. It just confuses the LM models. But understand what the agent does. So create a single agent, create some custom functions. Don't worry about multi-agents. Just create one agent with the custom functions. And if you're like, hey, Imtiaz, I heard you say something about ML 2.0. Okay. If you're ready for more sauce, I can give you more sauce. ML 2.0. No, David, you're in the call. So I'm going to talk to you later in the accelerator how to apply SOPs, standard operating procedures, to break into the business, and also the reinforcement learning, which is the main component of ML 2.0. There's more sauce in the accelerator. So, uh, you know, we're working on some stuff there. If you want to join, just join the free community, hit me a message, right? And we'll see what we can do. But yeah, so the AI Agent Accelerator, just a plug for my program, right? If you this is not for everyone. If you just want to just do some developing and stuff like that, that's great. I don't mind. I don't like to build silos. I just want people to think practically. I just want people to think. Hold on, let me see what's going on with my camera. Uh, Camera. Okay. Okay, Jonathan, you hear me? Okay, great, great. Yeah, I think I had me on mute. That's why. All right, cool, cool. So what I was saying is that, so I'm going to talk about a little bit of machine learning. I'm going to talk about, what is an agent, because that's going to be the differentiator, because we want adaptable, agile agents. So when you understand this, even the business, I'm talking to the business as well. If you educate yourself and maybe join the community and partner with the right people, then you also understand that there's more to it. Okay, a lot of people just stuck in the generative AI, build up like some random bot, and then trying to push it down your throat. But I'm like, yeah, that's not going to help anyone. Okay. Uh, yeah, you're live, Jonathan. Yeah, you're live. Um, and in the comments, just feel free to put in your questions and any of that sort. But we're going to dive into a little bit of machine learning so you understand, a little bit of sauce, how to get your agents up and running when you actually get into the business. Because all these guys selling you no code stuff, they are now saying that, oh, okay, actually, I was I was actually showing you this, right? Where were they? Okay, well, I mean, again, I don't have any beef with these guys. These guys are great people. They're just, I just want people to also share the message, educate. People all need to learn how to code. Coding is not that hard. And you've probably seen my post. This is funny, right? The Python is a scary ghost. Jinkies, the get rich quick, no skills is the same guy who tells you to get overweight so you can sell you diet pills. Now, again, like I'm not saying these people, right? These people are great people. I love them. They've taught me a lot. But like sometimes you can't assume that everybody's like the same. You're just putting out general paintbrush. Uh, like for example, create agents, easy, bro. And then I talked to this guy, Brandon. He reached out to me actually, and he's like, "Yo, man, I saw this. It's kind of funny. All love." Yeah, like I said, it's just we just basically talking, and it just shows you how agile this market is, how things are going so fast. So the only way to catch up, because if these guys are still thinking that you just plug in a chat GPT in the website and that's the agent, bro, that's not the finish line. All right, so that's not the message we want to send out. Well, I mean, there's a reason why OpenAI calls themselves assistants, not agents. Pause. Let that sauce marinate. Now, okay, so let me show you. So basically, adaptable agents. All right, so we need machine learning 2.0 to get to where we need to go, because what we're thinking is specialized agents. Now, you guys might be like, hey, agents, is it just for business? No, agents could be your agents as well. So you all have a specialized knowledge, insights. Like David has his insights on his field, the sculpture. So you all have insights, but you need the tools and the technologies to now unleash full potential of your AI agents. It could be an agent app, like you see these guys doing. You can create your app. It's pretty easy with Claude. You could create a Flask server in Replit, just put in a custom GPT, quickly prototype. Now, I teach all this in the Agent Accelerator if you're really serious about it. The business side and unleashing the full potential for agents. But yeah, so this is great. You can actually get started doing that. But if you want to go to the business side, it's a little bit complex, okay? Because every business is different. You need to get them aboard. We talk more about this with Mike Lindback. I got him on the podcast. He comes in at 12 p.m. today. So we are going to watch this together. He talks about the business side. And he talks about something called a business recipe. So if you understand that every business has a framework or a SOP, and all you need to do is train the agent on that SOP. And to do that, you need custom agents. Okay, so this is not rocket science. Now, Mark Zuckerberg, I made another post. You guys should watch this video, Mark Zuckerberg versus Jason Wang. Okay, and they talk about the future of agents. Zuckerberg actually, he's also building like an AI studio where you can actually build your agents and stuff like that. So which is great. Facebook, Meta, they're making it available for people to start creating agents, which is great. It's not there yet, but you don't have to wait for Mark Zuckerberg to finish his agent. You can create your agents. Structure of things. I learned a thing in structure. That's gold right there. Okay. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Hey man, I'm always dropping gold. I'm always dropping sauce. It's just that a lot of people, they just want to just get advice from YouTube and just basically, because YouTube is a dangerous space. We talk about this. That's why I'm on YouTube and I always tell you, hey, if I just told you no code, because people get confused. They're like, are you the code guy or are you the no code guy? Who are you? Are you a developer or are you like I'm like, yo, I'm none of these people. I just want you to be practical. Sometimes make automation, great, get that done, create a VAPI. I love VAPI though. VAPI is pretty good, but when you're trying to do complex stuff, I build out an entire server with Claude. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. That's when you can unleash the full potential of your AI agent. Okay, so basically now, check this out. So Zuckerberg talks about this. He said that every person in the future is going to have their own agent. Okay, so that means that if you like, let's say all the business have an email address, a website, all this kind of stuff. So every person is going to have an agent, and every agent is going to represent that person. So if like you're talking to my agent, I'm going to teach you how to unleash, or my agent is going to teach you how to unleash the full potential of your AI agent. And I want the agent to know all the things that I know. So I need to train the agent. So it needs to be a representative for me, like do all that kind of stuff. So Zuckerberg says this, right? Everybody's going to have an agent. Like, let's say you love art. You know, like an artist who does really great art. Now you don't have to talk to the artist. You just talk to the artist agent, and the agent just creates that artwork and just basically says, hey, do you like it? And you can do this on the spot. Like you can do it live. And basically using this a lot of generative AI tools, and then the artist also there has to be some human in the loop. That's where we talk about the adaptive piece, right? Because if you have the human in the loop, you get the insights from. I'm also building a Skool agent, by the way, in the agent accelerator, where I'm going to have the human in the loop, which is me, of course. And what I'm going to do is get insights from the people I'm helping, and then also kind of like check, kind of like a checklist, like, hey, this was great, you answered this perfectly. I want you to give this resource to David. David needs to know machine learning, blah blah, and the agent put this together, put it in a vector database, and then basically now it has more kind of understanding of what I'm trying to do. Okay, I'm going past these general and intelligence and making more community level CGL, community general intelligence, CGI, sorry, community general intelligence. So that's another level sauce, but a lot of you guys maybe not ready for that sauce. But again, like I said, I come from machine learning background. Okay, that's why I'm telling you, I see behind all this chatbot agenda that they're pushing out, and it's like the Bitcoin stuff, pump and dump, right? They're like, hey, there's a meme coin, get it, same thing, all right? And the no code zombie is like, no code, no. Okay, anyways, so basically, everybody's gonna have an agent, right? So we talk about this. We might have a watch party this week on YouTube. Who knows? If you have any suggestions for videos that we should watch, definitely. We all like to keep an open mind and understand what's going on in the marketplace. There's a lot of AI news, but there's also a lot of agendas getting pushed. So, so we want to be careful what we consume. And a lot of people they think that this is, who cares? I'm just going to watch what YouTube feeds me. But bro, if you don't understand machine learning, you are also falling trapped to this thing, right? Because we as humans, we're not good at processing large amounts of data. Agents are, or AI, they're good. Mike Lindbergh is going to talk more about this, right? How we can think critically in the age of AI, but we're not good at that. So we need the first agent everybody should build is an agent that can think critically, okay? That can think for themselves and not just be like these framework zombies that I just showed you, these guys, which prefer, Agency Storm Crew AI. I'm like, did you watch my video or read the title? So don't just go zombie mode. Just try to think for yourself. So agents that can think. And another agent that I'm gonna build, I think which would be very important, is an agent that understands bots and kicks them out. Okay, there's a lot of bots coming to my community. Well, I mean, I have a way to now kind of figure it out and kick them out. But the first thing I'm going to do is just kick these bots out because they're not helping anyone. They're just trying to sell you a Shopify store or something like that. And if you're selling this, I'm talking to you. If you know that deep inside you're feeling shamed, okay, I'm selling a bot. If you're doing this, please get my course. I'm going to give it to you for free. Okay, just come to me like, Imtiaz, look, I'm sorry. I've been selling these bots. I've been misguiding people. I'll get you a course. Okay. I'll be like, yo, this is a free course. I'll give you the course. At least you save us from all these distractions in the marketplace. Okay. So anyways, and if Claude comes back, I can even show you how to create your own OpenAI assistant. Okay, and it's not these people like oh yeah, just plug and play and put in your website. Okay, so anyway, so going back to machine learning, reinforcement learning, this is going to be the main sauce today in this talk that we're going to have. I mean, we are having. So where were we? Okay, machine learning 2.0, reinforcement learning. Okay, this is the main thing you need to understand. Reinforcement learning. I want you to, if you do not have, if you want to know more, if you want to have more resources for machine learning, I actually have in my community, go to the classroom section. There's Python basics. If you don't know Python, come on, bro. It's free. I got some workshops. Some free resources from community members. All right. And yeah, man, let's get you up and running. And so, okay, so Resource Hub, this is where you're going to go, and then you'll have a lot of resources. I handpicked a lot of these resources for you, so you can get started with agentic machine learning. It's a pragmatic guide. Okay, so a lot of these no-code people, they're like, they don't want to talk about this. They don't want to teach you this stuff, because if they did, if you opened your eyes, okay, then you're not going to buy these no-code stuff anymore. You're going to build your own agent, and you're going to unleash the full potential of your AI agent. So again, I know it's funny, but the agent is a very loaded term. I like you to think this is the bridge between the past and the future. So there's a lot of things that's in the intersection of this, right? And Mike Lindback and me talk more philosophical mindset stuff about what it really means. But to be pragmatic, just understand you need ML 2.0, okay? And the only thing you need to worry about is reinforcement learning. Now, ML 1.0, which I learned, like, we have picked up 2015 when I finished my master's. I worked with AT&T for a while, and we were doing viewership data analysis. So we're looking at big data, millions and billions of rows of data, people watching TV shows, and we're trying to identify patterns from all these data. And we use something called unsupervised learning. So unsupervised learning is basically, you don't have labeled data. Supervised learning is when you label the data. For example, like feedback, like human in the loop. I say, hey, agent, you did a great job. Keep doing this. You didn't do a good job. Stop doing this. This is like, we are labeling the data, and then basically we pick up a pattern based on that. Unsupervised is we do not provide any labeling, and we just say, hey, based on this data, just tell me what clusters come up, and we came with a lot of clusters of the viewership data, right? If you have any questions, feel free to put it in the comment. I know machine learning might not be easy for a lot of people, but it's actually very exciting time right now, because you actually don't need to do a lot of machine learning. You don't need to know a lot of machine learning. You don't need to know a lot of Python, like what I invested in a lot of years of learning. And that's why I'm just giving you the sauce, because you don't really need to. You just need to know that you need ML 2.0 reinforcement learning. You can go to Claude and say, build an agent with this stuff, and then they'll do it. Pause. So the problem with ML 1.0 was we didn't have enough data. We didn't have people who can actually process all these data or have the skills to do that. So there's one thing in the reinforcement learning. So there's supervised, unsupervised neural network. Neural network is how we actually built the LM models. It's like we are basically mimicking the human brain. And then we have the reinforcement learning. And we couldn't do this back then because we didn't have the data, like the enough data. But agents can do that. That's why it's just so exciting right now. And there's one thing that you need to know about reinforcement learning. Hold on, let me go make this bigger so you can see the screen. So this is Markov decision process. Okay, this is more sauce. Okay, now again, nobody has a course. You can't find this in the schools. You can only find it in my school, the Skool, because we're always agile. We're always up to date, and we're not selling you chatbots. We're just giving you education so you understand, think for yourself. It's important. You save time, think for yourself, and unleash the full potential of your AI agent. Okay, so basically, Markov part means that the next state depends only on the current state and action, not on the history of previous state. Imagine you're playing a video game, okay? So this is a mathematical model, okay? It's the reinforcement learning. This is a key ML model that basically drives reinforcement learning. And there's like just these characteristics: the state, actions, transition, rewards, policy, okay? Now, you don't have to know everything right now. You can come back to this video and just let that sauce marinate a little bit. But understand these are what's available, right, for the agent. Now, if agents were to do this, right, they can basically think about, their state, what is their current state, their actions, and we can think about their custom actions that they have available. And we can apply a reward system for these agents so they can perform a test. We say, hey, look, the goal is to do this. In a business, it could be like, well, this is probably a very general paintbrush, and I don't encourage people to do this. Make me a lot of money. Well, without giving value. And that's another problem, right? And you probably, because algorithms are so funny, if you really understand that we are all driven by algorithms, then it's going to also click. But agent has a goal. Okay, you give a goal, and the agent basically keeps doing this stuff over and over again. I'm gonna make a YouTube video. Don't worry about how I can write the code, give it to you, so you can actually play around with it. But it actually keeps doing the task until it basically gets the goal, right? There is the transition, so it understands how far away they're from the goal, and then eventually it comes up with the policy. And this could apply to the businesses as well, because every business has a recipe or a SOP, which is basically a framework. Right, so you might have a framework too. I have frameworks, SOP, like for example, when I'm doing content, I have some kind of framework. So they're going to build out this framework. If your business doesn't have one, start with a basic example and then build out this complex, and then let the agent build it out for you, because it's going to do a really good job. And then when it builds out that strategy, that's going to be your James Bond level agent. Okay, specialized agent. That's when you take your assistant to an agent and you've unleashed the full potential of your business intelligence. Now, business also has their data, so you need to connect it to different data sources. And you need to create an organization general intelligence, maybe fine-tune the LM model, create your vector data. There's a lot to it, okay? And I don't expect a lot of you guys to do this on day one, okay? This is a continuous journey. We're all building our own agents. We're building our car. Now, if you really want to get started, and I don't want you to think it's like really complicated, it's out of your scope. This is like the next level sauce, okay? And because David talked about this, I'm just giving you the sauce, but I'm just the messenger, okay? If you want, look, check this out. So understand there's a lot of, the AI space is wide open, okay? So, and you can choose what you want to go after. It's all fine, okay? I don't have anything. Just start doing stuff. That's all it is, right? So stop being victims of the AI news and all these agendas getting pushed, because you're not helping anyone. Just read Python, okay? Just read Python. Just listen to what I'm saying. Just pay attention. Just really, if you resonate with me, if you're still watching this, there might be something that you're like, yo, this guy, he's saying something here. See if that is you, talk to me. I mean, maybe you're onto something here. If you want to play the guitar, play the guitar. Yeah, Jonathan, that's a great way to say it, right? Find your passion, do it. Okay. And so where was I? Where's this? Oh, so there's two business models. You can create your agent app. Fifth graders, exactly. And I think if you are younger, I mean, Jonathan, I mean, I'm not ageist or anything like that. I think anyone, like old or young, they can get started, break into the AI business. Okay, I don't even know how old are you, but I'm like 32, right? So I'm I'm not young too, but I like to, I think the people who have the advantage is going to be a lot of people who just finished high school and they're thinking, oh, should I go to college or should I? I'm like, bro, just don't go to do all that. Just it's good. Jonathan, I'm trying to get there. One day I'll catch up. But yeah, if you just graduated college or high school and you're like, should I go to school? Should I go to college? What should I study? And then, of course, 10 years ago, probably we're still in the schools are probably teaching the same crap, right? Like, oh yeah, just go be a lawyer, be a doctor. But at the same time, they're like watching YouTube and they're like, I heard Imtiaz, you can build agents. I can actually unleash full potential of my agent. I'm like, yes, bro, you can do that. Join my Skool community. I'm gonna have the link in the description somewhere. See right here, Skool community. We got 500 people. We got a lot of resources for you to learn how to build agents, partner with the right people. And again, look, this is not easy. Obviously, I don't want you to think it's easy. There's going to be a little bit of effort involved, okay? And if you can think for yourself, think critically, and not fall trapped to the chatbot stuff, then I'm all ears. Here I want to hear what you're working on, and let me see if I can help you. Okay. Now, let me see. What was I? So yeah, reinforcement learning and AI agent app, right? So you already seen this, right? These guys are building apps. These guys are creating complete prototypes and all this. You could be doing this. If you have an idea, go to custom GPT, chat GPT, build a custom GPT, then use code to write the backend stuff. And if you don't know what backend is basically a server on the backside, which in simple terms, right? The developer is going to hate me for this. What's been saying has been true about IT since IT was even a thing. If you want to build something, just start. Yeah, exactly. There's analysis paralysis, Jonathan. I think that's what it is right now in the current state. We had the same thing with the data science stuff. Even I was a victim of that. Like that was 10 years ago. I was just jumping from tool to tool to tool, thing to thing to thing. Everything sounds good on paper, blah blah blah. But I was like, yo. And then I learned Python, and I was like, all right, man. And then I could leverage. I could use speed to my advantage, high leverage skills, income. There's a lot of advantages. Okay, I want you to see that there's a lot of advantages. There's no advantage of just not learning. Knowledge is power. It's going to set you free. So if you're thinking about, oh, should I learn? Just do it. If you want me to say it, I can't learn it for you. Okay. OpenAI has done a lot of great job abstracting away all the technology, giving you the technology on a silver spoon. Okay. Do you want me to now, I don't know, like add some sauce to it? Do you want me to add some sauce to it? Okay. I mean, all right. So even seasoned developers, I've done so many tutorials that didn't help me because I could think and had goals beyond it. Yeah, exactly. Here's the thing, right? And this is common for everyone. Everybody wants to be part of something, like a group, so they can feel like, oh man, I belong here. But at the end of the day, we're in this place where we want to be pioneers. No matter what, we always have to be like, hey, okay, I got this, what I need. Like, even if you're listening to me, I don't want you to be a groupie. I don't want you to be like, hey, Imtiaz, everything you say is going to be great. Like, no, I'm just giving you what I know. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. I'm just the messenger, okay? Now, at some point, you're going to resonate with someone else. You're going to go there, and that's totally fine. So what's happening is a lot of people like I'm telling you about the no-code guys, right? The voice flow and all that kind of stuff. They're like, but voice flow, but it was. I'm like, yeah, it was great, maybe 2 years ago, and that's how fast the market is going, right? And but they always have a but, but. I'm like, all right, man, come on. So yeah, so build your agent app. If you want to build it for a business agent agency, okay, you can do that too. Learn a little bit of Python, get started, and Jonathan, you're still listening, so I know something's clicking. And let's see, Chase, you're actually doing not the clever. Sorry, I'll settle down. Yeah, chase the dream. The market is wide open. There's going to be a lot of, I mean, look, if you already know the agents are the future, why aren't you building it? Why aren't you building it? Why aren't you building the agent for yourself? Start with yourself. Still solve a problem that you personally have. Like, like I'm saying, the first agent. I mean, I have a lot of agents. I have a YouTube content writing agent. I have an assistant agent. I mean, that basically collects all my notes together. And then I am creating the Skool community agent that's going to help school members, of course. And then the agents, and I keep my agents. I try to add different models so it's holistic. It's not kind of narrow-minded. I wanted to kind of have a balanced perspective. Okay. And yeah, when you're building agents, you have to think, what agents do you need? What would help you be successful? Build custom GPT. If you don't know how to code, build custom GPTs. Start somewhere, and then eventually come to me, and I'll be like, hey, I can take you to the next level now. So you gotta do the work. I mean, I'm sorry. And Mike Lindback is gonna talk more about why you shouldn't wait. And there's no advantage waiting. I mean, there's literally you have, if you understand, like, when people are like, okay, what does that mean? Like, look, everybody has a spirit within themselves. Everybody has this pioneer spirit that they're like, yo, I just need to say it what it is. I need to call it out. I need to break away from all this bubble that I'm in, and I'm just want to do what I love to do. Everybody has a spirit. There's also the side of you that's comfort. They're like, oh, I just want to just follow the crowd. Oh, yeah, just build an agent for me, please. Feed it to me with a silver spoon. Give me some sauce for free. Again, understand this is in all of us. Okay, we all have this, but I want you to embrace that excitement, that part of you that just wants to break free and be a pioneer and just call out the chatbot stuff and then build your agents. Okay, so where should we stop here? We have a couple of minutes. Jonathan, you have any questions? We can. Well, I'm gonna hop on another call after this, but if you have any questions, just put it in the comments. And again, this going to be available later. So if you guys want to watch later, I know I talk a lot, and a lot of people are like, MTS, how do you talk so much? How do you? I'm like, yo, if your thoughts, words, and action are aligned, I'm just giving you sauce. I'm just saying what it is. I'm just the messenger. I'm giving the truth. Now, again, like I said, nobody wants to hear that it's you. They need to put some time and effort. But again, this is YouTube. This is YouTube. I'm a YouTuber. I want to help you get started, but at the same time, I want to give you the practical sauce. Okay. Okay. What else? Reinforcement learning. So you learn a little bit. Reinforcement learning, rewards, feedback on how bad our action was. Okay. So I want you to understand this. Go home, think about it a little bit. Come back next time and just say, okay, MTS, I built my agent custom framework. I use reinforcement learning. I built adaptable agents. I built all this, okay? And you were right. It works. I just copied and pasted in Replit. I just clicked the run button. I even saved versions with GitHub. I can save versions. So if something doesn't work, if something works, save it, keep a version, go to the next one, modify it. If it doesn't work, this is probably not the best developers. Like I said, developers are like, yo, man, there's more to it. I'm like, I know, but hey, if you're going to do this anyways, might as well just keep some version control. It's going to help you go back to previous code and just, start creating your agents. Okay, so I think this was a great conversation, guys. So if you're watching this, if you have any questions, put it in the comments, and let's see, if we can cover anything else. I already have a lot of live videos that I talk about a lot of ways you can think, think critically. Um, we're not good, like as humans, we're not good at processing large amounts of data. Yeah, David. Yeah, well, David. So we'll have the troubleshooting session in the call. So if you have any queries, we can talk more about that in the troubleshooting session. I know this is this is a pretty new field and all that, but every time I talk to David, I get ideas too because David is learning agents, I'm teaching agents, and I'm trying to find a good bridge so we can make it available. So a lot of machine learning content is going to be useful for any of you guys starting out. And there's going to be resources in the Skool community so you can get started. Okay, learn a little bit. Calendar. Sorry. I keep losing track. All right, so go to free resources. There's going to be a lot of stuff. There's also going to be a lot of tips to overcome your mental blocks, okay? Because the first thing I talk about is mindset, okay? Because this is based on what I'm seeing, all the people coming to me. I'm just, I just give you the sauce, exactly what you need. Now, whether you follow this or not, I don't know, okay? But I'm just, like I said, I'm just giving you. So the growth mindset, it's all about partnership, no one man show. And if you want to learn more, like my buddy Garrett, he breaks it down more how the mindset is really important. No matter what you do, you got to start with the solid mindset. Okay. We built a visualization coach GPT inspired by Garrett Barry, the mindset magician, and it's free. Just try it out. Hey, just create your visualization script. Maybe you'll get more clarity in terms of what you're trying to do. And then if you're already in a place where you can, now you build your agent, you use open, you took my classes, you like built the OpenAI assistant or whatever, you want to learn ML 2.0, or maybe you are automation agency, you want to now learn some stuff so you can start handling like these Porsche clients and not the Honda Civic clients. Then come to me, man. We host workshops. We host workshops on Saturday, no, Sunday. So next Sunday, we're going to have a free agent intro workshop. Okay, sign up. Limited spots available. Okay, just make sure you fill out this form, put in your details, and then we'll give you like a webinar link. Okay, it's going to be free, absolutely free. Just giving you the straight up sauce. And if your agency, you want to learn some like techniques with AI assistant coding, service some like high paying clients, I can help you do that. Okay, take it to the next level. Okay, so I think this was a great conversation. And guys, remember again to like, subscribe, share the message, with anyone who needs it. And so the AI revolution is exciting. Thank you for being part of it. We're building the future. And so with all of us building it together, rolling up our sleeves and like building this future, we can all unleash the full potential of our AI agents. Okay, all right, guys. Audio to make the chatbot to read something that I want and make an audio, and I use that. Hey, if you don't hear David, look, David just gave you a use case how he's doing it. Now, David is not a coder. Okay, you might think, oh, David is a coder. Wow, okay, he's great. He's not a coder. He just has a lot of insights in his field. He knows what to do. He has a lot of clarity, and he's just putting out the solution using the latest tools he learned from my accelerator, and then also what all the sauce that I'm giving out. So if you don't hear from me, you just hear from David. Okay. All right. Anyways, peace. We'll see you next week, Tuesday. Bye.